I would like to introduce you a very good friend of mine, Kerri Kasem from Los Angeles, who has her own experience on with Kaqun. She had a lot of time going to Las Vegas and used up the bats. I think she's one of the most. I think she's one of the most been used Kaqun patient but ever seen in Las Vegas, because you're always there regularly. So can you tell us about you a little bit?
Sure, absolutely. First of all, it's so good to see you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Aniko, and everybody else that's been on. It's been so informative. I'm a TV and radio host who had Lyme disease for about 10 years, and there was nothing I could do to fix it. I didn't even know I had Lyme disease. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse since 2007, after I got a tetanus shot. And my health just started going downhill. And not until 2 years ago was I diagnosed with Lyme. And that's when, I had tried everything for my exhaustion, my pain, my memory loss. Things would help just a little bit, but it would come back and it would get worse. So I had heard about Kaqun from so many people regarding cancer, not necessarily Lyme disease, not necessarily autoimmune issues. And when my friend Josh Summers brought it up to me and said, these people are amazing. I'm working with them. They're fantastic. You've got to try this. And that's when I said, okay. And I had nothing to lose at this point, and I was going to try everything until I got better. So I literally took about 17 people with me. It was in July for 2 weeks. And we went there and it was my birthday. We did a whole birthday Kaqun kind of spa thing. And it was within a week, my energy started coming back. I think it was probably the second set, it was 2 weeks on, 10 days off, 2 weeks on. In that second set of 2 weeks, my memory started getting better. And for the last year and a half, have been using Kaqun, and my life it's back. It's completely back. My pain is gone. My memory's gone. My memory's here. I had so many issues, like skin issues. My hair was falling out. There's so many symptoms I had, I can't even remember, but they're gone. It's like I'm alive again. I don't have to take a nap at 3 o'clock every single day of my life. Yeah.
This is very interesting, because even just one of the side effects, what you're just telling me right now, some people are suffering for many years, and now you had so many things, and everything is solved in a short period of time. And can you tell us how many times did you take baths after that? Or because I know you've been there for a long time.
I've been there so much, and I bring everybody too, so I've had miraculous things happen with my friends. One friend so to answer your first question, I was there consistently for a year. So I did 2 weeks on, 10 days off, 2 weeks on, 10 days off, 2 weeks on. And then I took some time. Then I did another set of that and another set of that. And then from there, I just came and did, maybe a week here or a weekend there. I just kept going. And so this last summer I was there as well. So about consistently for a year, even though now it's been almost a year and a half that I've been using you guys. And nothing else worked. Nothing that I tried, I tried hormone therapy and severe side effects. Everything had a side effect, or it didn't work, or it only worked for a little bit. There's zero side effects with this. It doesn't harm you. It just makes you feel better. Oh, one of the biggest things that happened for me was I could sing again. My respiratory, whatever the Lyme was doing to my lungs, healed, because I couldn't sing for about 10, 15 years. And I remember we went karaokeing when I was there. It was about a week into it. And I'm like, oh, I'll probably be able to sing 2 songs, 3 songs. My voice will be out and it'll hurt. I sang for 5 hours. And I just kept going and going and going. I know. I'm like, what is this? So, it's just what Kaqun has done for me is just literally given me back my life. But some of the people that I brought there, for instance, had horrible fatigue, couldn't get through studies, couldn't even reading a book would put him to sleep, just constantly fatigued. And now, he's abundance of energy, you know, back taking his classes, getting through them, not feeling like he needs to fall asleep all the time, not taking naps all the time. Another friend I brought was in a like motorcycle accident and didn't have feeling in his leg and his ankle. And after his only 9 baths, he had feeling in his ankle again. He couldn't believe it. He felt the towel when he started drying his foot off.
So what do you think? What causing all these miracles thing? What do you think? Is that magic, or because it sounds
that's
like
partly it.
It sounds like it's good for everything.
I do think, you know, when I hear you speak about the importance of oxygen and hypoxia and what that does and how much it can literally destroy you and your body, and not only just physically but mentally as well. Hypoxia was what was destroying me because of all the issues that I was having that were causing the oxygen, you know, not to be able to get into the cells. And you explain it so much better than I do because you do it with science. But when you can't get the oxygen into the cells and they're not oxygen rich, they're not working for you. You know, they're sluggish, they're dying, and you feel it. So getting rid of my hypoxia was key, completely key. And also certain like things on my skin, like bumps and mole type things that were just popping up. I'm like, what is happening? I felt like I was decaying. Those are all gone, like completely gone. Yeah.
That is amazing. So, Kerri, thank you very much being with us. And I would like to ask you if you have time. If you have time, just put it in your Google search on silent hypoxia. And if you have time, just read it. What is it? Because exactly what you said, that's what it is. Okay. And I can recommend this to everybody. You look fantastic. You look healthy.
Thank you.
Very good. I hope I'm going to see you in Las Vegas soon. And
yes, let me know when you're there. I will be there. You just tell me when you're there. And I was planning on going when you were supposed to come, but you couldn't travel, I guess.
Yes. So we have now, you know, new ways and new approach. And I would like to introduce this to you. And thank you very much being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to being available for us.
Of course. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Hello. So now our next guest is coming on, and I see Aniko Brown in there. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Very well. This is my beautiful daughter, Aniko, and I have a very special feeling in my heart right now. Always, this is the hardest part of all. A lot of Kaqun people around the world waiting for you to speak, because 11 years ago we had a very, very hard time, and now it's a very pleasure for the most important things for me right now. You are here, healthy, and having 2 children. So please tell us about you, because people want to know the real story about you. Not always I'm telling you. You tell everybody who you are and what you do now.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Aniko Brown. I'm director of Kaqun Las Vegas. And I would like to personally thank Dr. Robert Lyons and for Kaqun for inviting me to talk today and talk to you all. It's a great, you know, it's definitely different that we're meeting, you know, through Zoom and, you know, through a camera. But it just makes it more special because we're actually here to come and learn and what Kaqun does for the world. So a little bit about myself. I have 2 beautiful children, an amazing husband, and now I have a fur baby. Her name's Katana. And I've been working with Kaqun for about 7 years. We started in 2013 here. And, you know, we've been growing every year, been meeting amazing people, been learning so much. To start with a story, let's go back in 2009. There was about this, you know, girl. She moved to Las Vegas, got married, you know, wanted to start a life, you know, with her husband. And in one night it changed. So she wasn't feeling good. She was, you know, throwing up. She's like, okay, there's something wrong. We definitely need to, you know, go to the ER. So we went to the ER. And we're waiting on the results, and they told her that there's a tumor in your pancreas and a cyst. And that, young lady, she didn't know what to do. She stepped back. She couldn't breathe. She felt like her whole world like collapsed around her. And she was just like, okay, what do we need to do next? So we went to, a doctor here in Las Vegas. They told her that she only had 4 to 5 months to live. And can you just imagine hearing those words? I mean, I hear it from clients and patients all the time, but to hear those words personally, it was very emotional. The fear, the fear of the unknown. So we did the surgery. It lasted 2 hours, and they said, "Well, good luck. There's nothing we can do," and closed her back up. So that's when she decided to go to Hungary. She was recommended by the doctors to go there for 6 months. She did the Kaqun water therapy treatments. She drank the water every day, a lot more water than what is recommended, probably 2 to 3 bottles a day. And then she did the oxygen suppositories. Well, they went back to the States, did a scan on her, and they were surprised and couldn't comprehend the fact that it went from 10 centimeters to 2.5, and they could not believe it. So they were able to do the surgery. They did a Whipple surgery on her. They removed the remaining tumor, and the recovery rate was so quick. I mean, within that first night, she was able to sit up and just able to comprehend what was going on. She didn't need that medication. The pain was down. She felt like that she was able to move on, to close a chapter in her life and conquer the world. And that young lady, that 19-year-old lady, is now me. And I'm 31 years old, and I'm cancer-free now for 11 years. And I have 2 beautiful children, an amazing husband. And I just want to thank God, and for my family. Thank you, Dad, Dr. Robert Lyons, for being there for me, supporting the whole family. I love you guys very much. And then also the clients and all the doctors around also supporting this. This is an amazing product, and I get very emotional because I know it works. I know that it helped so many people. It has saved so many lives, and I just love what I do. So right now, I became a Kaqun therapist in April of 2019. I am a life and health coach. I'm a member of the BOIM as well, and then now I'm pursuing my doctor's degree in naturopath. And I just want to use my calling, my passion is to help people and to be there for them, because I know exactly how it feels when you're in that moment of not knowing what's going to happen next. You are alone. You don't know what's going to happen the next day. And your family is also suffering. So this is where I come in, and I can help those people. Yes, I tell them the protocol and recommendations by the doctors, but realistically, I'm kind of like I help mold their path, and I help them through their journey. And I met incredible people. I was honored to go to Malaysia and also to Singapore. Two beautiful countries. I met the royal family. I met amazing doctors, Dr. Saeed, Dr. Nasri, doctors in Singapore as well. And I met the royal family, and they're all on the same page. They just want to help and improve the quality of life. And this is what Kaqun is really, really about, is helping improve the quality of life, bringing back what was taken from us. Prevention is key to health. We know oxygen from the doctors that were talking prior to us, that it's essential to life. And highly recommend giving it a chance. I offer free tours of the facility. We can talk to you personally. I love giving out my cell phone number so I can talk to you guys, my email. You guys can reach us. We are open. And I'm just really, really thankful that I can be here to talk and to share my story around the world. I want to thank all the Kaquns around the world who have been dedicated, and ELO as well, being dedicated to helping others, and trying to find what could be the best for our patients and our clients. And once again, I want to thank you, Dad, Dr. Robert Lyons, for bringing me on here, and it's just been a huge honor. And with that, I'd like to end my part, but I would like to invite Dennis Yu with me. He's here in Las Vegas now, and he has personal stories, and here he is.
Thank you very much, Aniko. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Dennis. How are you?
Isn't Aniko amazing? It's
It
so good
is,
to see.
huh?
So good to see everybody here. Yeah, and I wanted to share some of the stories because, you know, we were together in London. It was a year ago at the Kaqun conference at the Royal Society of Medicine, and I'm so grateful that I've been able to participate. I'm not a doctor, but I want to share with you the stories that I have witnessed, the people that I've met, so that if you could have come along the last few years, you would see Aniko and you would see other people where their lives have changed. So I pulled up on my screen here. This was the first time we met, Dr. Lyons. Do you remember? At Kaqun, Las Vegas, a few years ago.
Yes.
And I was late to the airport because I was so enthralled. I think I had to pee like 7 times when we met because I didn't understand the Kaqun water. And I was 20 pounds heavier than I am now. And when I drank the Kaqun water, I was actually able to sprint all the way to the gate, which normally I could run 5 seconds and I'm out of breath. I'm like, wow, what is going on with this water? And since then, you can see we have been all over the world meeting different people. And it's been amazing. I think I've got to be like in the top 10 of the people who've taken the most baths in the most locations. And this is the A4M in Las Vegas at the conference. This is you giving lots of presentations as you do all over the world. This is in London last year at the Royal Society of Medicine when we had the Kaqun conference, Dr. Nasri, Dr. Syed. This is another one of these presentations, royal family members, royalty from all over that we've been able to meet is fantastic. But I want to play one story from one of my friends, Bryant Garvin. He's a good friend of mine for many years. And you see that he just posted 3 hours ago. And he said, hey, if you really want to learn about Kaqun, you need to find out about this. This, you can see, he says, this has been life-changing for me. And let's see if I can pull up this piece here. I'm going to refresh this piece here. Now, before I play this video, I want to tell you something. I am a data scientist. I'm a search engine engineer. I'm not a doctor. And I'm very skeptical about any kind of claims that other people make. And I said, there's no way any of this is true. I don't believe the stories. I think it's Photoshop. I think people are making this up because it just, there's no way. What is this, like oxygen in the water? What do we, like fish with gills, right? Yeah. And then I started to do the research. I started to see the effect on my body. I started to see other friends of mine. And then after I was convinced, after seeing what's happened with me and spending hundreds of hours in the research, traveling around, doing the baths, talking to people, I even was with Dr. Lyons a number of times where I actually met a number of these patients and saw their medical records, that I had enough confidence to then say to one of my friends who was struggling with a crazy illness, I said, Bryant, this is something you need to try. And here is his story. Oh, I think we're going to have a sound issue. But he basically he's suffered so badly from this pseudotumor cerebri that he had to be in a dark house the whole time. He couldn't work. And he was at the end of his chain. And he basically said, I don't know what to do because I can't continue to have more brain surgery. So here he says, hey, Brian, I have something promising for you. So he made this video for us. And then he saw Aniko. Mm-hmm. He did, how many rounds of baths did he do?
He did 4 rounds so far.
And he had to spend time away from his family in Utah, which was very difficult. Mm-hmm. And I felt it was like a blessing for me to be able to introduce this to him. And he had a shunt in his brain that regulated fluid flow. And even with the shunt at full flow, it wasn't able to handle all the things that had happened in his body. But after multiple rounds, he was able to turn the shunt off, and now he's working successfully. You got your Groove Life ring. This is the company that he works for. So he has his family, his health, and all of that he owes to Kaqun. And now I see friends where they have stage 4 cancer or they're dealing with something horrible. It used to be that I would see people post on Facebook like, oh my goodness, I was just diagnosed, or this bad thing's happened. And then I would see them pass away, which is a horrible thing. You guys see that, right? But now I know there's something that I can tell them about. And I think about all the friends I've had that have died from chronic illnesses over the last few years because of all sorts of reasons. And I think if only I had told them, maybe they would still be alive today. You know, if only like Steve Jobs knew about this, who also had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, maybe he would be alive today. And so I feel that this is a mission. This is not just, I want to feel healthier, right? We've got the glass bottle here, which is amazing here in the studio. It's not just, you know, I want to be a more successful entrepreneur, or I want to be able to perform better, because a lot of our friends are successful entrepreneurs. But how do we tell the story better? How do we show other people what is possible, right? Not just medical science, but, you know, left and right, you know, the Western and Eastern. So here's friends of mine, Jeff Hunter, Susan Sly. Susan Sly made $1.7 billion as a top woman in multi-level marketing. These are tests that you can see all over the world. We have been learning about Kaqun with other friends, and it's just been fantastic. And I'm so grateful to see Dr. Lyons and to see his daughter and to see cases of Kaqun and see people have their lives changed. There's her and the Queen, right? People like me that are skeptical, but have witnessed firsthand over and over and over again, what happens if they would know about physiology, about the role of oxygen, about how important this is. How would that change lives? Right? Look at this, celebrating my love's birthday, going to watch Ka at the MGM. What an amazing experience.
Yes.
That you were here to be able to enjoy. And if it wasn't for Kaqun, none of this would have happened. And if it wasn't for Dr. Lyons and all the things that he does, how incredible is this? This is like if you could go back in time and spend a day with Leonardo da Vinci, what would that be like? That's what I think about Dr. Lyons.
Yeah.
Incredible. And having Aniko here, she cares so much for her patients. She cares for all of our people here. I absolutely love seeing this. So here we have Michelle Fiore, who was the mayor pro tem before. We have Aniko and Susan Sly. Think about all the magical people you've been able to meet, all the lives you've been able to change. And I'm just glad to be a witness and a friend along the way. And I just wanted to share my personal story on how it's affected me and how we've seen this affect the lives of many of our friends.
It is amazing, really, truly amazing how you guys feel about that. And I feel every time I go to Las Vegas or we meet somebody in the world, because Dennis, you guys all need to know. Anytime I go somewhere and I call him, he comes in the plane and he's there. No matter where I go, he just follow. And he's a truly amazing guy. And I told you about a year ago about the possibility to bring Kaqun partial technology to millions of homes.
Yes.
And as I'm working on it right now, we are getting close. We are not that close I want to be, but now we are getting close. We are able to get into people home who has no way to get out of the home, who has no time to go to the club. We have several clubs, and of course it's always going to be very popular because the club has a feeling. People talk with each other, the people sharing stories with each other, and that's always going to be top priority meeting point for people, professionally and not. But there will be much better, especially right now with the COVID situation where you cannot leave the house. In Europe right now, we have a shutdown. We have to be at 8 o'clock back at the house, like the kids has to come home on time. And, we cannot leave at nighttime from the house. But if situation could be like this, or anything could happen in the world, if you have your own oxygenated, supercharged bats at home, and you can get a result of that, of course, everything is changed. And that's what we see right now in the world. And I want to ask you, really officially, one day step beside me and help me to give information to people. So the people who can have it, they can join and they can start up something what is going to be bigger than life. It's going to be life itself.
I think this is the biggest technology in the last 100 years. I spent the last 20 plus years in Silicon Valley with the people that built the internet. I think, Dr. Lyons, you have the next wave of technology, and I'm glad to be able to witness it and be a part of it. As you know, recently, my mother was diagnosed with late-stage ovarian cancer, and that has put my faith to the test. When I see my mother, who's 78 years old, and Dr. Lyons reached out and said, what if we got a home bath over to her, because she's not able to come to Las Vegas, she's not able to leave the house. And I'm excited to be able to tell that story and to be able to help millions of people who they're in a situation where they need the in-home unit. They need to know about Kaqun water. They need to be near a spa, to open up more facilities all over the world. I think that is the greatest impact we can make on the planet.
Yes, I think your mother needs me now to a little bit of help, and maybe I can help her, bring her back to better quality of life, much better living, longer living. And if she gets to Aniko, I think it's gonna happen anyway, because she's gonna give her enough power. But I promise you, I will do my best to support your efforts.
Thank you, Dr. Lyons.
Okay. Thank you very much. Aniko,
Yes.
how did you manage to keep it open, Las Vegas facility, when everybody else had to close down? Tell me now.
The power of God, I don't know. I know great people here in Las Vegas. Obviously I kept, the guidelines from the CDC and the governor, but we are an essential, business, and, people came there to get better. We were just focusing on them. We weren't focusing on the outside, what was happening, because there's so much negativity happening, by the media. So we shut that all off. And I just want to thank my staff. My staff here at Kaqun, Las Vegas, simply is amazing. They stepped up, tremendously. They are taking care of the facility, mostly taking care of the clients, and also taking care of me as well, to keep me, not going crazy. But we just pushed through it. We're not going to let a virus stop us, because actually Kaqun is the best thing for it, for prevention. If you have COVID, you can drink the water. It'll help you, bring you back to life, help with your body and your cells, help with the side effects of COVID that you can have.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to explain that. I don't know if I was the only Kaqun that was open around the world. I don't know if any Kaqun shut down or
Even
not.
Singapore, they had to shut down for 2 months. So that's why I'm giving you this good salute for keep it open for all this reason. And even in Hungary, I had 1 month when we had to close it down, when nobody could go to the gym, or nobody could be going to the public spas. We had to close it down for a month also, because we were not considered as a public baths, but because we have separation between the baths, but still we had 1 month not. But that's why I was amazed. Las Vegas was thriving and going, and people going there. I hope they still do and go. And everybody who calling me now from the US, I'm sending it to you. From Florida, from everywhere, I'm sending people to you.
Oh, thank you. No, I really appreciate it. I have no idea either. That is beyond me, but I'm truly, truly thankful that, we're able to stay open, like I said, my staff, and then, just the support from other businesses too, from, Alignology and Dr. Thompson, all these businesses, and Healing Waters. They were the ones that were, kind of like telling me to push through it. You got this. And they stayed open too. And, we just kept it, calm and easy, and we just pushed forward. We never stopped.
Wow.
Never stopped.
It's amazing. Congratulations. Now,
thank you.
Time for us to stop this event, 2020, 12-12. And, this is a very strange 2020, 12-12. We have now coming to the end of this presentation. I would like to thank all of you who participated. I would like to thank my partner, Bardos Szilárd, who's in the other end and helping us. And thank you, Dennis, to helping us, and Kerri, and Dr. Butar, and Mati Endre, Professor, Jared Roscoe, Doctor, everybody who put time and effort to come to this big event. I hope next year we're gonna able to do a coming together. I don't want to do it in internet. I love this, and it's coming together. But I want to go. Sorry, Dennis. I know you are an internet man, but I believe we're gonna able to reach more people now by the internet. But I believe also we're missing the touch. We're missing the hug, the understanding, the crying, the happiness, the smiling. And I think next year I want to do a bigger event for all of us, and bring in new doctors, new practitioners, and lots of happy patients and lots of happy people. Thank you very much, and big hug, and love you all. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.